gentlemen, welcome my mom, Miss Joy Tayaban!
So, are you ready?
Yes!
My name is JJ.
My name is JM.
My name is Jack. My name is Jay.
And my name is Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Financial House.
So, are you ready?
Invest in the stock market so that you'll become rich.
I know it's unconventional, it's not traditional, but it works. Plan, build, secure.
Do you want to become a super manifester? This March, Coach Marc Wynn will teach us how here in WoW.
So I'm really excited that I'm going to be able to teach you this skill. It's a skill on how to be a super manifester. And over the course of the next 5 weeks, I'm going to take you on some amazing journey. But I'm going to give you the spiritual knowledge as to why things work. So when you put them into action, they'll happen. So we're going to deal with divine connection. We're going to deal with self-empowerment, how you can take control back over your lives. We're going to deal with money and getting new clients. We're going to deal with love and happiness. And then I'm going to tell you the one big secret that you must know. And this will totally transform your life. And it will make all your manifestations like that, boom, and they just happen. And you'll go from wherever you are in your life to suddenly smiling and being excited because you've got all this stuff magically coming in. This is like a magic formula. And I know this works because I've proven it to work with me and over 20,000 people around the world. And you'll be amazed what you see will happen.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday.
It's time!
There's a secret to success. Everybody hopes to find. There's a key to the world, and it's mine, all mine. There's a world of opportunity filled with possibility and dreams that I'm gonna find. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes to success. I've got a blueprint for the future, brand new design. I'm playing at the money game, winning all the time. There's a world of opportunity filled with possibility and dreams that I'm going to find. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes to success.
Hello everyone, before we start, let's begin with a prayer. In the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit, Amen. Dear Lord, thank you for another WoW session today. We pray that everyone who listens will be inspired to take action and change their lives for the better so we all have a great 2021. All this we pray to Christ our Lord.
Amen.
In the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Good afternoon, everybody.
I'm Jesse.
Joey.
I'm JJ.
I'm JM.
I'm Jock. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Wow!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
For this month of March, we have a special guest who will teach us the secrets to manifesting our dreams and goals. This is going to be a series of talks. It'll be an amazing journey for all of us to manifest our desires. In this last episode, he will reveal that one big secret. What do you think it is? Are you excited to find out? We are! So, without further ado, let us begin with the 11th episode of Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Our guest speaker's story is both interesting and exciting, and he hopes that will be an inspiration for other people to transform their lives. He had been following a spiritual path, believing he understood how the law of attraction works, yet he was manifesting more and more problems, and his life was just getting worse. But on the 19th of January 2015, what he learned changed his life. He discovered how the 1% physical world and 99% spiritual world work hand in hand and how to use spiritual solutions to solve physical problems, whether that be health problems, relationships, confidence, or even money issues. Calling himself the manifestation guy, his teachings are based on self-verification where he explains a concept and gives all his clients a technique for them to self-prove that it works.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Coach Marc Wynn!
Good afternoon once again and welcome to the last episode of this month's Manifesting series with Coach Marc Wynn. He is here to reveal the big secret. Coach Marc Wynn,
Yes.
hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very, very good, Joey. Thank you very much. Very, very excited to be with you again.
Us too, of course. We'd like to know the big secret. So let's get on with it. How did you discover that there was a big secret?
Well, because I was making so many mistakes without realizing I was making mistakes. And my life was going from bad to worse to a total disaster. This is like the beginning of 2015, and I hit rock bottom 19th of January 2015. And I went, I've read The Secret, right? And I've watched the video, and I've done all these other experts. And all I'm doing is my life's just getting worse. So I must be doing something wrong. And so I took it upon myself to say, well, look, I've listened to all these people. I've watched everything. What is it that I'm missing? What am I doing wrong? And so I decided I would do everything in reverse of what I was doing. So rather than chasing money, I'd have money come and chase me. Instead of trying to solve my health problems, I'd have the health problems solve themselves. And so because I had all these problems, I had to try and figure out what it was I was doing wrong. And it was literally from kind of doing everything backwards that I then discovered this secret. And when I coach people, everything I teach is self-verified, which basically means I give you stuff, right? You test it, you see it works for you. Because it works, you know what I'm saying is right. And what I was finding was there's like too many people out there that teach something and there's no way of verifying whether it's right or wrong. And this is the problem that I was having. So I then discovered by kind of accident, really, this secret. And when I started to implement it, bang, I'd get results. And I'll do it again and bang, I'd get results. It was literally like I'd put the secret into place and my phone would ring and somebody would go, Mark, can I give you some work? Right? Can I give you some money? Or people were phoning me out of the blue. So rather than me having to chase clients and saying, we heard you've done this work or this job or whatever, could you come and do this for us? And it was great. It was almost like literally like a money machine. It was just every time I did this, I got an immediate positive outcome from it. So it kind of like the light bulb, you get that big light bulb that goes off in your head. It was exactly like that. And I was like, right, okay, this is the big secret. And so ever since then, I've built this into all the coaching that I do, I began to understand why the secret works. It was because I can understand the relationship between us in the physical and the spiritual and how the whole thing connects together, that suddenly the secret then made sense. And it's even bigger light bulb went off. And ever since then, it's made a massive difference to my life.
Wow, must be so exciting to know. But is this secret different to anything that is in the book, The Secret?
Yeah. See, I think the book, The Secret, is a great book.
Yes.
Right. And it's helped millions and millions of people, around the world. But it's only kind of like an introduction to how things work. And the big secret that I've got is the secret says nothing about it. And a lot of the people out there, once I discovered the secret, I kind of like, what I tend to do is I ignore all the other experts that are out there and I do my own thing. Otherwise I'd be copying them. But the ones that I've seen, nobody talks about this secret because I don't know why, but, and so what I'll explain to you today, does the secret talk about it? No. Is it, will you find it elsewhere? Possibly in some places, but for some unknown reason, this is the one condition that you have to meet, this secret, if you want manifestations to work. If you fail with what I'm going to say, and I mean kind of people that are watching this as opposed to you, Joey, right? Because you're really good at your manifestations. But if people fail to get what I'm saying and fail to implement it, they might as well just do that and go, right, law of attraction, manifestation, it will fail to work because this is the one condition that the spiritual world, the universe, says that you must have in your life for that stuff to work, right? Just have to have it.
Are you certain that this secret works? How are you sure?
Because two reasons. One, I've tested it, and therefore I've seen the results come in, right? So I'm talking about the easiest results to see your financial ones, but I think financial ones, instead of it being like, oh, the lottery, right? It's about small things, right? I was laughing before before we started this. I mean, you probably can't see these, but I bought some toilet paper, right? and one of the there's a big packet, like 12 toilet paper, and one of the packs had a piece of wood in it, and I was like, oh, that's wrong. So I phoned them up and said, this is wrong. And they said, we know. So we're going to send you a whole load of vouchers to get free stuff, right? And it was like, oh, free money. It's free toilet paper, right? So one small piece of wood like this, and I get, and so I know this works because I'm constantly seeing every single day things happen in my life, and the way manifestations work is you've got to see all the small stuff. So you think of it, bang, it happens. Deliberate manifestation. Plus as well, all the people that I coach, they come back to me and go, Mark, this is amazing. You won't believe what's just happened. One lady on the group, her son gets these, dietary shakes, and they've always come in one flavor, and he hates them, right? And so she did the technique and said, right, I need it to be in a different flavor. Now, the shakes had already been posted out. She did the technique, and then they turned up the next day. And even though she'd asked the company loads and loads and loads of times, give me a different flavor, and they never had, what turned up in the box the next day was different flavored shakes, right? So you kind of go, is this about, $1 million and a big Ferrari? And you go, no, it's about your everyday life and making it better. And so I'm constantly seeing all the people that I coach come back and saying, this happened. I had 6 things on my list and they've all happened. And so I know this works and that's why I always say everything has to be self-verified. If I give it to you, it's because it works. You now go and prove that it works. And that's the difference, right? You can prove everything that I'm saying actually is true and actually works.
Okay, well, you're saying it works, but why is it that only a few people know this? Why is it not common to everyone?
Well, again, I'm going to give you 2 reasons for it, right? If everybody knew about it and everybody was therefore able to manifest what they wanted, it would mean that everybody was in charge of their lives. And if everyone's in charge of their lives, there'll be no need to go and borrow money from the bank. There'll be no need to have loans. There'll be no need to have credit cards. If you knew the secret, there'll be no need to go to the doctors. So all the people that make money out of you are unable to make money out of you. So on the one hand, you can go, why do people not know about it? And you go, well, because other people are going to make money from you. The last thing they want you to do is to be in charge of your life, be in control. So there is that side to it. And the other reason why nobody knows about it, I don't know. I'll be honest with you and go, I don't know. It is so obvious. But when I tell you the big secret, it is one of these things that does require a bit of work, right? You know, you can, some people just get it and they do it straight away. I'm one of these people, I've got to keep on reminding myself of the secret and you know, implementing in my life.
Is your secret easy to implement into a person's life?
Absolutely. You can implement it immediately, right? Like within seconds, because everything I teach is like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, right? And that's why I explain how things work. People get, right, I understand how it works. How do I do it? And all the techniques, I'm very selfish, right? In so much as everything I do for myself. So if I'm trying to figure out how to solve something, I solve it for me. I create a technique. And then because I know it works, I then give it to other people. So what I'm explaining today, you can implement immediately, like within seconds. I can give you techniques to put it in place that take less than 30 seconds. And then the proof of it is then down to the individual, you know, and if you do what I say, and you follow this secret, you will see stuff coming into your life. And if you can see the small things, you know, coming in, the small things turn into bigger things, then suddenly you realize, you know, that it's you that's created this to happen. So yes, it is very, very quick and it's very, very easy.
Can you guarantee that this secret will make manifestations work?
I can guarantee with a capital G that this works, right? Absolutely. Can I guarantee it will work for everyone? No. And the simple reason is we humans are absolutely brilliant at blocking manifestations, right? So I can give you a technique that will work. But if you were, you know, like you're a general public and you were like miserable and you were moany and you were focusing on everything that was wrong in your life and you're complaining about this and this is wrong and that's wrong, you know, you can make so many mistakes that block the manifestation that it wouldn't matter how good my technique was. You're doing more to block it than it is to coming in. So your answer is yes, can guarantee it. Will it work for everyone? No, it should work for everyone. It's all down to the individual as to, you know, what kind of person that they are at the end of the day. Are they happy? Are they focusing on happy things, or are they focusing on all the miserable stuff that causes them problems in their lives? That's what it comes down to.
Okay, so when you say block, does it mean always like you're in a negative state, you're feeling negative emotions? What about if you're just feeling down, depressed, and you don't even know why? You just, you know, there's really no reason for you to feel down, and yet you do. Is that even blocking the manifestations?
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason it is, this is the bit that I specialize in, is I explain how things work. So to answer your question, Joey, right, we're here in the 1%, and then you've got the 99% up there, right? However you want to perceive it, it's the same thing. And all the guys up there want to do is give you everything that you ask for. And so what I do is I talk about the stuff that you want coming through doors, right? But for these doors to be open, right, you've got to be happy about your life. You've got to be in a place where you feel good. If you're the opposite of that and you're feeling down or depressed, even if you've got no idea why, these doors all shut, right? And so nothing can come to you. So I'm talking about no good ideas, no luck, no coincidence. Because you could take someone who is feeling down and then, for example, they go in the shower and they feel the warm water and like, oh, this feels so good. And they relax, right? And they forget about all their worries. And then because they've gone into that state, the doors start to open up and then they get a good idea. And how many people say to you, I had my best ideas in the shower. And it's because of where they are at that moment in their lives. And because they've gone into that kind of relaxed state and they're, there's no worries and they're focusing on the shower and the warm water or cold water, depending on what kind of shower you like, the doors open up and then all the stuff that's up there can then come into your life. So yes, is the answer to your question. If you're down or whatever, you'll shut the doors and then you'll block them. And this is why when I explain the one condition, it will all make perfect sense. It's like one complete answer.
All right. So I think I'm ready to know the big secret.
It is so simple, right? The reason why I like to explain everything, because if I gave you the big secret, you'd go, nah, that's too simple, Mark. That would never work. And because you'd say it never works, you'd block it, right? That's another form of blocking it, is belief. So that's why I just did what I did there with the doors and everything else to explain how it works. And people go, oh, right, okay, that's fair enough, right, I get it. The one big secret, which is the one condition that you must meet, is you must be excited about as many aspects of your life as possible, right? That is it. You must be excited. And so I say to people, when was the last time you were really, really excited? Like something really good happened, right? It could be watching a sporting game and your team won and you're like, oh, and you feel really good. Or maybe you won a little bit of money or something, or you were playing a game and, and you felt really good, or you got a great result. Somebody phoned you up and said, I can give you the job. And you're like, yes, get in there. That's how you're meant to be feeling as much of the time as possible. And when you're like that and you're vibrant and you walk into a room and you're smiling and you're full of energy, right? It's just a totally different world to where most people are. And if you look at people's faces, television, bus stops, walking down the road, they are miserable, right? It's like they're chewing a wasp, and they're moaning about this and they're moaning about the weather. But that's what we humans do, because we've been programmed to, you can be one or two things. You can either be excited about your life, or you can be unexcited, moany, complainy, this is wrong, worry, fear, all of this kind of stuff. And why did that person say that to me? And, and I wish that never had happened. And what am I going to do about all that? So you go, which one am I going to be? And these are two complete opposites. And it's impossible to be the same thing at the same time. So what the guys upstairs, the one condition they want us to lead our lives is to be excited. And if we're excited, we open up all the doors and then stuff comes in. So you kind of say to me, well, what should you be excited about, Mark? And I go, it can be anything. You could be excited about seeing the sunrise, excited about hearing your kids sing, you get excited because you're having your favorite lunch. You can be excited because you've got a holiday coming up, and excited because you've got a new job. There should be things that make you excited, that you feel this buzz in your body and you want to have a laugh with people. So rather than texting people back and saying, how are you? And really boring things, you should try and make them laugh a little bit. I was buying some plants in my fish tank. And so the guy said, how do you want to pay? And I said, I'll send it by carrier pigeon, right? Smiley face, right? I was going to send the money by carrier pigeon. So I get one back saying, well, there is technology, Mark, you can now use. And it's just kind of like, well, we're meant to be humans having a fun time. But because of life, and it gets difficult, we forget. Like a child laughs 200 times a day. The average adult laughs 10. So somewhere we've gone from 200 down to 10. That's the difference. A kid's free and fun, and this is brilliant. And we get to being an adult, and it's like, oh, got to pay the rent. Oh, my mortgage. Oh, that person. And so this is where we kind of go in the wrong direction. We come down. So what you've got to find is things that make you excited. People are watching this now. I ask people. I say to them, "What makes you excited in your life?" And they look at me and they go, don't know. What's the point in living if you've got nothing to be excited about? And I go, come on, tell me. what makes you excited? And they're like, scratching their chin. And they're like, I don't think I've got anything. I said, what about, are you excited to be alive? And then they scratch the other chin. You know, I'm like, and this is the difference. Those kind of people will be the only thing they're going to manifest is problems, because all they're focusing on is problems. And this is the key. You know, you start off by making a list of everything you can think of that makes you excited. And this is kind of like the starting point for this. And you find stuff that you can list down. If, you know, and it can be small things, it can be big things, it can be anything. Excited about chatting to you, you know, excited what I'm going to do this afternoon. I'm off to go and get some more fish tomorrow. And I'm excited about that because I'm getting my favorite little plex. And it's like, oh, this is going to be great, you know. And if you're like that, you're alive, you're vibrant, you know, and then people want to be associated with you, you know, because you're fun to be with. And because of that, then you get more people coming to you that, you know, that want to work with you, or, you know, it's how you attract your perfect partner, because you're in a vibration which is much higher than all the miserable people that are down here. And miserable people, the last thing they want to be with is someone who's happy. So when you get happy and you're excited, all the miserable people disappear, right? It's a big bonus, right? You can get rid of all the rubbish in your life by just being excited. And being excited also means that you're consciously awake, which means you ask questions and how can I do this? And how can I manifest that? And what's the solution to this? And because you're doing that, stuff just comes in. So as I'm saying, it's like, it's a really, really simple answer. But what people have to do is to switch from the record that goes round and round about I'm miserable and I'm unhappy and this is wrong, to saying, right, okay, I'm going to have to stop doing that. And I do this with my phone. I put the alarm on every hour and the alarm goes off, and it's to remind me to think of something that makes me excited, right? I've got different techniques that I use that can give me that lift. And then the more I can stay in that place of being excited, the more doors that open up. And so this is what happens. Doors open up and good things just happen to come into your life. And so the answer, Joey, is one word, and it's to be excited.
Wow, that's pretty simple, but and yet it's not easy to do. Especially for most people. For most people who are not really present in the moment. That's why I now understand Eckhart Tolle when he said the power of now. We have to like just focus on right now, not even thinking about the past because that's already in the past, and not thinking about the future because it's yet to come, right? You just have to focus on just right now and be happy with what we have now. And also Abraham Hicks mentioned joy is the key. That's what she said. So you just have to be happy every single time, every single moment. We just have to be happy and excited. So
what people want to do, whether they believe in it or not, which is fine, right? Because that's why I say to people, look, you know, you can listen to me as much as you like, but unless you're going to put it into action, you're never going to know whether what I'm saying is right or completely wrong. So I would say, you know, normal year is 365 days. So if you were to take 3 days, 1% of your year, right? And you said, right, okay, Mark, I'm going to test this. So what I'm going to do is for 3 days, I'm going to set my alarm. I'm going to find myself things to be excited about. And I'm going to focus just on things that will make me excited. And during those 3 days, particularly when I get to the end, I'm going to see what difference it makes. You know, I mean, I've given you a manifestation technique, and that worked brilliantly when you're excited because the doors are open up to allow everything to come in. It's just how it works. And just do this 3 days, just for 3 days. Now, the difference is some people will go, right, I'll do that. I'll make a 3-day commitment, right? You know, I'm talking about, say, maybe 30 seconds, right? Every hour, right? So what's that like? So that's like 300 seconds over the day. What's that? 5 minutes a day, right? 5 minutes a day spend making yourself excited. A lot of people won't do that. They won't do that. They'll never do it. They'll just go straight back to the moany bit, right? And they'll never do it. And I'm like, 5 minutes a day. for 3 days. Go and test it. See the difference. See what comes in. See how you feel. Do you feel a lot better, a lot lighter? Just you got more energy. What the good conversations have people had with you because you were smiling? What stuff have you managed to manifest? Just for 3 days, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and you'll be amazed at the results. But you'll be amazed how many people will refuse to do it, right? Because they're too asleep. And they're locked into this kind of like program of, the only thing they're so asleep they can't break out of this moaning thing, and how my life is and how unfair it is and why do they get the promotion and why have I been missed out and nothing good happens to me and I never win anything and it's just incredible. So anybody that's watching this, if you want to put this to test, that's all you've got to do, and I can guarantee this will work. It'll be an amazing difference in your life. You just, whether you win the lottery or not, you'll just feel good. And that's what we're here for. We're here to have a journey that's fun and exciting and vibrant and full of love and laughter and happiness and money and health and all sorts of things. And you can only ever get that if you make a positive effort to be excited, because that puts you back in control of your life, and then allows all these doors to open up for the stuff you want to come in. It's a choice, miserable or excited. What do you want?
Right. Yeah, you just mentioned it. We have lost control, actually. We run on autopilot whenever we wake up, and then we just turn on the TV. It's just like everything is automatic. We don't actually do different things. And that's why in our family, I think for the past month or so, we have already gone from just a few minutes of family prayer and meditation to more than an hour. So we have extended it because we have inputted so many techniques, including your technique. So we've incorporated a lot of things in our family hour of power. And yeah, it takes us, almost 2 hours already finishing this. It's so powerful, these techniques that we do as a family. And yeah, it's true that we just manifest. Even if we're not too focused on our work, on sales, clients just come, magically. Magically, they just come.
See, the difference that people have to understand is there's a ratio of roughly like 1 to 5. So like, for example, the average person will put in an effort, say 5 hours to achieve the sales or 5 hours to do the work. Whereas somebody like you will go, actually, well, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some of these techniques, and I might put in 1 hour of work with my techniques. But the results you get for that 1 hour will be the same as what an ordinary person gets in 5. So you kind of go, so this person over here is going to put in 30 hours a week, but you're going to get the same results in 6 because you're applying your manifestation stuff, because you've got people coming to you. So you're earning off the back of that. And this person's constantly banging on doors and complaining about this, that, and the other and trying to get sales. And that's the difference. So you could decide to do 12 hours a week, and then your benefit would be twice what this person would get. And this is the thing that, if you like, I'm going to call them ordinary folk need to understand, is that there's no need to work as many hours. There's no need to put in as much effort. If you do the stuff like that you're talking about with your family, you can do 20% of the effort and still get the same financial reward, right? Or maybe even bigger, But your life is suddenly better because they're putting 5 hours, you've done 1 equivalent, you got 4 hours off. Fantastic. Back to the beach.
So true. It's just that we're on a lockdown, so no more beaches.
Because you know what to do? You want to get the sand, sneak down to the beach when no one's looking, right? Get a wheelbarrow, put the sand into the wheelbarrow, bring it back to the house, and then maybe cover part of your living room. Put a beach ball, maybe a sun lamp or something, some chairs, and put the beach into your living room. That's what you want to try and do.
Actually, what we did was we bought a poster of a window overlooking the beach.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's nearly as good.
Yeah, because we live in a city. So there you go. Thank you so much. Would you like to tell our viewers about your program so that they can follow you?
Absolutely. If you want free coaching, I provide like tons and tons of free coaching. You just come to my Facebook group. It's Money Manifestation with Marc Wynn. I'm sure we can kind of add a link to it. and you can join for free. I did a big challenge again last month, 30K Money Manifestation Challenge. I'm running another one again in the middle of April, where you can get all the free coaching, and then every week I'll go live and I'll teach you new things. So yesterday I showed people like 3 techniques to help them make them even more excited. It's like a big booster to everything. So that's that side of it. And I've got a new ebook and course coming out. So if you go to markwynn.com, you can see everything on there. That's going to be up and running from Monday of next week, I believe. I'm just going to tidy off the final bits of technology. So you can buy ebooks. You can get a digital course. You can do my coaching if you want to do it, or you can do all the free stuff. And I believe there's also a free link that we can give them, Joey, where there's some free stuff for everyone that's watching.
All right. This has been a great month, teaching us all these techniques in manifesting. So we're truly grateful for all the things that you have taught us. Thank you so much once again. And we wish you more abundance. We wish you well. We wish you more clients. And we hope to see you again one of these days in Wisdom on Wednesdays. Thank you, Coach Marc Wynn.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, Joey. I appreciate everyone that's watching this, and I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity of being able to speak as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
I'm JJ.
I'm JM.
I'm Jock. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time WoW!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals that will share with us their expertise, competence, and experience that will help us gain more success, knowledge, and wisdom.
And we'll have these episodes ready and available on our YouTube channel for your future reference.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday.
It's time!